In this video, I will demonstrate how to connect a terminal or computer to a Cisco 1841 router's console port. And of course, we're going to install the PL2303 driver for USB converter cable. I want you to know that the Cisco switch console connection follows identical processes. To put it another way, if you follow the steps here in this video, you can perform the same thing with the Cisco switch because they have the same installation procedure. The goal is for you to learn and understand how to use a USB cable converter to connect your computer to a Cisco router or switch on real Cisco gear, and as well as installing PL2303 driver. The lab topology describes how computers on a network are connected to physical network equipment. Here we have two devices, a laptop and the Cisco 1841 router. I will not be explaining here how to set up this topology, but you get an idea of how it's gonna looks like in the future. We have a separate procedure for this setup where you will learn the skills, of course. But for now, I want you to simply take a look at it and become acquainted with the network topology. Okay, things we need. Number one, Cisco router 1841 or any Cisco router model will do. Number two, PC or laptop. Number three, rollover cable. Number four, USB converter cable. And finally, number five, the driver. First, connect the DB9 female rollover cable to a serial DB9 male adapter USB cable. Next, connect the other end of the rollover cable. This is RJ45 connector to the console port on the Cisco router. Then you need to connect the USB end of the converter cable to the USB port of the laptop. After that, turn on the Cisco router. Go back to the computer or your laptop and install the necessary drivers for the USB converter cable. Here is the mini CD driver supplied by the seller. Inside this mini CD driver, you may also need to check to see the supported operating system for this USB converter cable. If you don't find your OS, you may search for the appropriate drivers on the internet. And I think I will not be needing this driver. I'll tell you why later. Meanwhile, let's open the device manager by pressing the Win key and start typing device. And then click on the device manager. As you can see, my PL2303 driver has not been installed correctly. The USB converter cable is not supported by Windows 11. By the way, I'm using a Windows 11 operating system here for this tutorial. But you know what? I discovered the PL2303 drivers for Windows 10 on the internet that works on Windows 11. And here is the link for that. And I also put the link in the description below. so you can download and install it for yourself. Okay, click this arrow over here. We're going to download it to download the executable file. Next, click on this upper arrow. Click Show in Folder. Or you can open it from the Downloads folder if you will. Right click on PL2303 drivers generic Windows 10. That is the driver for this USB converter cable. Next, click Show More Options and click the extract to PL2303. Now double click on the extracted folder. Here it is, the PL2303 driver. Okay, in order to make use of the USB cable converter, we must install this exe file. So let's double click on this application PL2303 to install the driver. If the user account control appeared on your screen, just like mine, click OK. Click Next. Accept the terms. Click on I accept. Click Next. And then click Finish. Go back to the device manager and click the action over here. Then click the scan for hardware changes. That's it. You'll notice that it looks like nothing happened, right? So here is the secret. Right click the PL2303 and click Update Driver. Then click on Browse My Computer for drivers. Next, click on Let me pick from a list of available drivers on my computer, and then select the Prolific USB to Serial COM port version 3.3.2 and click Next. Click Close. And voila, we have a Prolific USB to Serial Communication port 7 installed in our computer. And the Cisco Router 1841 is ready now for the initial configuration. But first, we install PuTTY in the next video before we configure the router. And that's next.